Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, Cozy Crafty Cat, and welcome if you're new. I hope everyone's having a great day. This is my video for this week's Saturday Morning Makes, which is an open collaboration that was created and is hosted by Jill Norwood of Greenwood Girl Cards. If you've never watched Jill's videos, I'll link her channel in the description below. If you enjoy making cards, tags, and other paper crafts, I really think you'll be inspired by Jill and her videos. Also, if you'd like to see other videos in this open collab, just search the hashtag SatMornMakes and YouTube will list other participating videos for you to watch. So today, I'd like to share a journal plus a few other small items I created. I've made some simple journals before, but this is the first journal I've made that has multiple signatures and a hardcover. Here's the journal. This is my little journal. I'll show it to you in a little more detail in a minute. The inspiration for the way I made the cover and the signatures came in part from some really good tutorial videos on YouTube on the channels My Porch Prints and SeaPanda Crafts. So I'll link those videos down below in case you're interested in seeing those. So first I'm going to go ahead and show you the supplies and the tools that I used for making my journal. So I used one of these napkins from Dollar Tree that I purchased a couple of years ago. I don't know if they still carry it or not. This is one of the really pretty ones that I've seen there. Has a very vintage look to it. And I used some pieces of chipboard. I believe these were 4 by 5 1/4. I used these rubber stamps. Let's see, these two here are from Hobby Lobby from their Stampabilities. Their brand, it's a Hobby Lobby brand. Let me see if you can see that. And then I also used this one, which I purchased from Hobby Lobby, and I still think they carry it, but this one is actually a Stampendous stamp. And let me see, there it is. It's called P143 Carte Postale. Okay, and I used this stamp set from Momenta. I used this Love. I believe it's called Family. And then this one, I believe I purchased this one at Hobby Lobby. This is a Hampton Art stamp set. I believe it is called Floral Vintage Post. And it has really pretty floral and botanical images with like postmarks and stamps on it from the post office, that type of thing. See here in case you want to see that. Okay, I used these two corner punches that I purchased on Amazon, and I used this ribbon from Hobby Lobby. This is from their wedding section. It is a natural colored crochet lace, very pretty. I used my trusty Distress inks from Tim Holtz in the Vintage Photo. Now this is mixed media ink. It's an archival ink. It's not the Distress inks that you use for coloring. This is a different ink. And then I used a paper from this Bow Bunny paper collection called Sweet Moments. And I also used some paper from this this Michaels paper pad. It's from the Recollections brand called English Rose Garden. This has very beautiful florals. Just really pretty paper. Let's see here. Let's see. Well, the one I use is in here somewhere. Okay. And then finally, I also use this Tim Holtz paper pad. This is the Wallflower the wallflower collection. Okay, so let's look at what I made. Okay, so first off, I made just these small things. I want to try collaging. I'm not very good at it yet, but I got the idea to make this from somebody on YouTube. I'm sorry to say I don't remember whose video it was, but if I can find it, I'll link it. But it's basically just making these cute pockets out of the music paper, and then I just added some cute images. This is scrap, and this is scrap. This is a paper scrap, and then this is from that Hampton Art stamp set. And then I just tucked a number 5 manila tag in there. So there's that. That's how it looks in the back. And I used a tan colored cotton twine just to tie around it. And then I made these cute little envelopes also out of music paper. And for these, I used my We Are Memory Keepers envelope punch board to make these. Of course, you can make them whatever size you want. You just refer to the measurements of the paper and the instructions that it gives you on the punch board. And finally, here is my journal. It's pretty small. I think I said earlier that the chipboard was 4 by 5 1/4. So that's the size of the cover. And so here's the cover. That's the front. That's the back. This is actually fussy cut. I'm really proud of myself. I usually don't do well with fussy cutting, but I took my time with this, and I think I did a pretty good job. And then I used that lace on the top. Now, my signatures, I attached them with this cotton twine. I wanted something that I could remove, so I didn't want to glue anything, just in case I wanted to change it up or put in new signatures later. I have at the end, let me see, there we go. At the end of these pieces of twine, I have these pretty little beads, and these beads actually belonged to my sister Gabby, who unfortunately we lost back in 2014. But she liked to make jewelry, and she had some really pretty beads, and I was blessed to inherit those when she passed on. So I thought I would use some of those in here because it would remind me of her. And this is just a scrap piece of paper, and I used that stamp from that Momentous set. And then these are just flat pearls that I'm pretty sure I got these at Walmart. And then here is a piece of the napkins that I showed you. I just tore the image out, and I used my glue stick to get it on there. I don't know how well it's going to hold up, being that I just used a glue stick. So at some point I may have to come in with some Mod Podge and seal it on there better, but I didn't want any sheen to it. That's why I didn't do that. We'll just have to see if it holds up. And so here's the inside. So it's a little bit sloppy here and there. It's my first one. I learned quite a few things from making this this journal, what to do and what not to do. But I loved it. I had a lot of fun making this. It wasn't nearly as hard as I thought it would be. It's just, it takes time, that's all. Okay, so my journal has 3 signatures, as you can see, 1, 2, 3, and the only thing I used to connect them or to put them together was twine. So if you look inside the middle of the signature, I used some crochet thread to bind the papers together, and then I just used that cotton twine to put the signature into the journal. And so there's one signature. They're a little loose, Like I said, I did learn a few things making this. And here's the second signature, and then here's the third signature. And so let's go through and I'll show you inside the journal. So I've got some pretty pattern paper covering up that cover. And then here is my first signature. This is that pretty Tim Holtz paper. And this one I have a pocket. And then this little pocket within a pocket, this was scrap paper that I had from a Hobby Lobby paper pack. And then I just put a manila folder in there. And for the paper, I just used regular printer paper, and I 8.5 by 11, and I cut it in half. And so these pages are 5.5 by 4.25, I guess. And then I could be wrong about that. Let me see. I can find my ruler, I'll tell you for sure. So more or less, oh no, it's much smaller. Close to 4, a little less than 4. So I have just some blank paper in here to journal on. And then I've got my little doily in here. And then this pink paper here, I didn't show it at the beginning, but this is from Michaels. It's roses set of, it's different shades of pink, and this is one of them. And then this is part of that Bow Bunny collection. And you can see here's where I used my corner punch, a little bit fancy. And then here's more journaling paper. And here's the other side of that pink paper, and the other side of the doily. And then here is the end of that signature. There's another pocket. Oh, and this image here, it's so cute. I love this image. This is from a Prima stamp. It's a rubber cling stamp from a stamp set that I have. I'm sorry I did not pull that out. And then I also use index card to make this little journaling card, and I put an old book page on the other side, so that just tucks right in there. So that's my first signature. There's the back, and then here's the second signature. This is the Tim Holtz paper again, so beautiful. And then more journal paper. Now in this one, here's another doily. And then this is actually a scrap as well. I don't know where this one came from. And there's the center. And then right here, I used a guest check, a blank guest check, and attached it to that paper. So here's more space where you could journal. And then here's the back of that signature. Very pretty paper. And then the third and final signature, here is where I use that pretty stamp on the pink paper from Michaels. And on the inside, I used one of those little envelopes that I made from the sheet music, and I just put it in with some washi tape. That way, if I want to pull it out, I can. It's not stuck in there. And then inside, I just have a little card for journaling. And then here is more journaling paper. Now on this signature, I used an iridescent frosted envelope, and this is the one half of it. And inside, I put this cute little card that you could also journal with. And this is actually from Etsy. The shop is called Vintage Digital Shop 2, and it's a teacup printable. I will try to link that down below. So that's what's inside this little pocket here. See if I can get this back in there. Oh boy. There we go. And then I have on this side there's a pink guest check, and then I've used some paper to cut, because this side would be upside down, so what I did is I just trimmed it with some other scrap paper that I had. I think it looks pretty cute. More journaling space there. And then here's the middle of that signature. And then here's the other side of that scrap paper. And here's the other side of the frosted envelope. And I also have one of those teacups in here as well. That's tucked in there. And there's the rest of the paper, and there's the back, and then there's that stamp from Hobby Lobby. I put a pocket on this one, and also tucked in here is another little card. This is one of those stamps from the Hampton Art Set. And I just love this paper that I use. I don't remember where this paper came from. I'm so sorry. If I can find it, I will link it down below. And then I just added this little clip. I bought a set of 100 of these from Amazon for about $10. I think it was a little bit less because of the Amazon Prime. It was on sale. And so I just clipped that in there. So that's my little journal. And those are the projects that I wanted to share with you. Let's see. So it's those, all these here. I recently made some crafty item purchases from Hobby Lobby and Amazon and EchoParkOutlet.com. So I'll try to make a haul video soon to share what I bought from those places. And if you're enjoying my channel's content, please consider subscribing, as I would love to have you join my crafty community. And also, if you click on the notification bell, YouTube will notify you whenever I've released a new video. Thank you so much for watching, and have a blessed day, everyone. Bye.